People in China have an old saying: men fear choosing the wrong career, women fear choosing the wrong husband. Because a bad job can waste years, but the wrong man can destroy your entire life. And for one young woman, love wasn't a mistake, it was a death sentence. This story doesn't begin with violence, it begins with charm. In 2015, a quiet young man named Zhu Xiaodong met young Li Ping. He was soft-spoken, attentive, almost too calm. The kind of man who seemed harmless, the kind you trust without asking questions. Their relationship moved fast, unnaturally fast. Within months, they were talking about marriage. No long courtship, no real history, just promises. Young's father felt it immediately. Something was wrong. He warned her, begged her to slow down. But love has a way of silencing fear, and by early 2016, she married him anyway. The wedding should have been a warning. Young arrived glowing, dressed like a dream. Zhu showed up in jeans and a plain shirt. No effort, no emotion. It was subtle, but it said everything. This mattered to her far more than it ever would to him. After the wedding, the mask slipped. Zhu convinced Young to quit her job, said they needed a fresh start in Hong Kong, away from her family, away from her friends, away from anyone who could notice if something was wrong. Slowly, her world shrank. Messages became short. Calls stopped. Online photos showed smiles. But behind the screen, Young was disappearing. Then, on February 17, 2017, Zhu walked into a police station with his parents and said 6 words: "I killed my wife." Inside their apartment, police found a freezer in the living room, a camera pointed directly at it. Young's body had been inside for months. She had been strangled back in October 2016, while her family received texts, while her social media stayed active. While the world thought she was alive, she was frozen, hidden, erased. Zhu claimed it was an accident, a fight, a moment of panic. The truth was darker. Investigators discovered he had been pretending to be Young, texting her parents, chatting with her friends, transferring her money to himself. Even worse, before the marriage, he had been reading banned books about murder. One story described hiding a body in a freezer. He had already bought the freezer before killing her. Eventually, Zhu confessed. He didn't kill out of anger. He killed out of curiosity. He wanted to know what it felt like to take a life. Young wasn't his wife. She was his experiment. In 2018, Zhu Xiaodong was sentenced to death. This isn't just a crime story. It's a warning. Real monsters don't look dangerous. They look normal. They move fast. And they hide behind love. Because sometimes the most terrifying thing in the world is trusting the wrong person too soon.